6 days to go. The final 6. All right. Welcome back. We are 6 days away from D-Day. For those that are joining us on this video, it is 16 performances over a month, of which I've been prepping for some time now. That said, we still have a ways to go. To recap last episode, we were a week out, and I learned that the workload that I had was quite significant and quite large in size. And so I was put in a position where I thought the best thing to do was to work all through the night to try and catch up. Now, I did get some good work done, and I got closer, but we are still quite far away. So you were looking at me after the end of I slept about an hour, broken up into segments, like really small power naps, which I found quite effective. So although today was somewhat tiring, I wasn't completely spent, and it was only, I'm calling it quits now. At the time of recording, it's midnight, 12:30, because I was on the computer and I was doing some script work, typing away, and I literally fell asleep, I think twice, in the middle of typing, and I went, okay, I think we're going to call it here. This is the end of what has been, except for that hour of sleep, 24, about 40-something hour, a 40-something hour work session, which is a lot. We got a ways to go. I sat down with my coach today and figured out how many hours of work we need to put into each show until we get them ready, and there's a total of, between now and next Thursday, which is 6 days away, well, 5 days now because we're at the end of the 6 days, 5 days away, a total of 80 hours of work, which, if you do the math, is about 16 hours a day. Getting pretty close. Pretty close. The window is tight. Because though I can work 16 hours in a day, that is not taking into account sleep. That is not taking into account travel times, general amenities like showering and cooking dinner and everything like that. Getting fuel for your car. It all takes time. So it does look like I'll be getting, from now until opening night, being maybe about 5-6 hours a week, 5-6 hours of sleep a night, which I understand. It doesn't sound healthy. It doesn't sound ideal. Since when were great things achieved under regular circumstances? So I don't begrudge it. I look at it as, if I pull it off, what a story to tell. And, I actually really hope I get an opportunity to do something like this again, because I will be starting way sooner. There is no chance in hell I'm ever going to put myself in this position again, because it's unpleasant. It's not fun. I would love to do a couple of hours, like I do fucking 10 hours of work in a day and go, cool, and just call it quits and watch a movie at night guilt-free and go to sleep and get my 8 hours and still wake up early in the morning because I went to bed early because I could, because I got all my work done. This working till 1 a.m. shit. This getting up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and then working until 1 a.m. shit. It's not good. It's not fun. I don't like it. But I have put myself in this position. And unfortunately, it has taken me being in this position to learn the lesson. So I'm just excited to learn the lesson, and I'm really like trying to map out and memorize and like tattoo this experience into my soul, so that I never forget this and I make sure it never happens again. I mean, we went from, we know, for those that have been following along long enough, we know where I am at now, currently. I am not going to the gym at all. At all. And then we look back, like 3-4 weeks ago. And for the weeks prior to that, I was doing 3 hours a day. And I was experiencing great success in the physical field, but what is the fucking point if I rock up on stage and I look great, but I don't know my lines, or I know my lines, but there's no character behind it, and I'm just reciting. I'm just reciting for you. You're just listening to someone essentially read to you from a book that they don't even understand and can't really read. So I want to deliver an experience. I want audiences to come away from this going like feeling changed or challenged in some way. Theatre was created to make comment on the current culture, and that's what we're doing. I had some tough, like brutally honest conversations with my coach today. And on a plus side, I think I'm getting better at feedback. We've been finding with these videos is that the act of showing up every day is making my skin thicker, and I'm more capable and more able of receiving brutally honest, constructive feedback, and integrating it. Whereas maybe I would have had a more emotional response before. So I'm definitely starting to see the magic of showing up every day, even though it doesn't make sense. But I need to lean into that. Actors work on a nonsensical level. You have your analytical way of thinking and your intuitive way of thinking. Your analytical way of operating and your intuitive way of operating and interpreting. And my problem is that I look at everything from an analytical perspective. And I think if you do that, I think you're incredibly susceptible to ego, of which we know that ego has been a big problem for me. But leaning into intuition encourages embracing the unknown, trusting the process, a process of which you don't get to know the logistic ins and outs of. You just know that it is some kind of transformation that you have to go through, and you will become something on the out the other end of it. You will be changed. Yeah, so that's my challenge, is to stop being so analytical and rely more on intuition. Because even when you're in scene and you're acting with someone, you have someone across from you, you can't sit there and analytically go, what's the best move I could, like, you just need to be present and react to them, and it means that you're not as in control, but it's more human. um, and you need to trust your impulse that comes up. Besides that 1 hour of sleep, I've been awake for 40 something hours. I'm doing all right. I'm going to go to bed now though, because I may be a little bit tired. So I am, yeah. I could keep talking process all night, but I mean, I think it's important that I let myself stew on one little idea. Just take one little idea at a time and make sure I understand it completely, before moving on to the next thing, introducing another bit of criticism to digest. I'm not that talented yet. I can't do that. I'm a slow, methodical worker. It takes me a long time to learn something, but when I learn it, I know everything. I know everything about it, about that thing. I know inside and out, upside down, whatever it is. It just takes me a long time, and I'm grateful for that. I'm seeing growth, and I do believe I'm getting 5% better each day. We have a measurable system to follow now in terms of the 80 hours of work that need to be done by next Thursday. So I'm just going to be working away with it. I'll show you before I go to bed. I've got my little binder, and I've got all my scripts for all the shows. There's one. Well, this is because I'm trying to learn my lines as quickly as possible. This is me, just all my lines that I've learned, I need to learn for this one show. You get it. Anyway, so that's just my lines for one show. Some script analysis, because I'm doing Anthony Hopkins. I need to analyze Silence of the Lambs, so I have that entire script to work through. This is Land of the Dead. Another one. Anyway, that's there. Then we have Helter Skelter, another Neil LaBute play. This one goes for about half an hour. It's another one. I'm performing a scene from Silence of the Lambs, so we've got that as well, which I'll be working through. The script from Silence of the Lambs. Doing interviews from Anthony Hopkins, so I've got this one to do as well. This chunky boy is this is Cancel Culture. This is for the show Cancelled. That's the whole play for that one. And last but not least, the show Aryan. And we've got this script here that I'm working for that one. So there's a number of scripts. So it's a hefty thing to memorize. But I'm enjoying it. I'm learning to enjoy it. I think I was trying to be too serious, and I wasn't allowing myself to play and to create. There wasn't a freedom to it. I was trying to get it right, and that's never going to work in acting. There is no right or wrong. None of us know what we're doing. We're all just making shit up as we go along. So I may as well enjoy it, because I know I can do that. That's within my power. Don't mean to bombard you with all my work. I enjoy sharing this shit. Makes me happy. Yeah, besides that, I'm gonna get going, because I got some work to do. That's all for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow, whether I like it or not. It's interesting though, for those that comment on the videos, that does help me, because it helps keep me accountable. Because I go, oh, they'll know if I don't post a video. And obviously, you know, I've set the goal to post a video every day. So if my fear of disappointing you guys was the sole reason why I was uploading videos, then I don't think it's a good reason. I shouldn't be doing that. But I think it's just smart to find all forms of motivation: the carrot, chasing the carrot, and the stick, running away from the stick. I chase the carrot. I want the consistency. I want the discipline. I want the discovery of what happens when you show up every day. I will also utilize the fear of the stick, the fear of letting people down, because that way, that I think that's just working smart. Anyway, this is a really long video, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Appreciate you guys a lot. Yeah, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.